Absolutely. I mean, we've seen what it's done for, Michael Bisping's career, Rashad Evans' career. I wanted to ask you guys what it was like working with Michael very closely on a day-to-day basis, what you learnt from him, how he was as a coach.
Mike, I think the thing I learnt most about Mike was just hard work pays. You know what I mean? Get in there, you get stuck in with us. I mean, his fight was a long way out, but he'd get in and he'd do all the sessions with us. You know what I mean? He'd give 100%. And so we did the same, and I really put that work ethic into me. You know what I mean? The hard work pays.
And before you guys went on the show, was he was obviously like the figurehead. He's someone who you want to aspire to be?
Yeah, definitely. What he's achieved for this country is probably what he's done on his background has probably made us where we are today, sitting here talking to you guys and being on the show. So everyone, you've got to credit Michael for what he's done in the Ultimate Fighter and in the UFC. So for me, it was just an awesome experience getting to train, to actually see what standard he was at and the hard work he puts in, and like what a long road I've got to go to get to where he's at.
But also, these guys we were talking about earlier who are at the big UFC fight nights, you're also within touching distance as well, aren't you? You've had this experience that's put you within touching distance. So, you know what it takes to get there. So your mindset might have been changed slightly by going into the show, no?
I don't think...
Were you already headed for the UFC? Was that your plan?
Without a doubt, that's what I wanted out of my career. I didn't, decide one day, I want to do mixed martial arts, and then that was it. I'd seen what I wanted to do, and I knew from day one that's where I wanted to be in the UFC, so I'd planned everything around being in the UFC. So if it wasn't the Ultimate Fighter that I did later on down the line, I'm sure I would have been in the UFC.
From your early teens, you've been preparing for it?
Since the day I stepped into an MMA gym and decided I'd fight MMA, that's what I wanted to do.
Are you the same, Andre?
Yeah, it's interesting.
I've never looked at myself as a journeyman. If I thought I was going to be a journeyman, then I would not have bothered with it. I'm not one of those kind of people. I'm a winner throughout, so...
Winner by name, winner by nature, obviously. But just tell me, you guys, you're talking about Michael Bisping doing really well. You guys are coming up and doing really well. Is the noise on the streets so that there's more and more youngsters now getting involved and wanting to be involved and seeing a future as a career in this sport?
Definitely. I mean, just in the gym at Leicester Shoot, I see a lot of upcoming talent always coming through, and it's a good thing to see. When I was there, there was a small group of us, coming through, pushing through, they're taking it seriously. Now, obviously, you get more and more people coming through, and the skills are always getting better and better. The guys in the UK that are coming through now, I can't wait to see what they're going to be like in, another 5 years' time.
How are you dealing with the spotlight on you both as well now? Obviously, you've had a little bit of TV time.
Oh, loving it!
Totally relaxed. Totally relaxed.
You getting spotted in the streets and...
not as much as you'd think, but...
Not as much as you want.
I enjoy it. I'll embrace it.
A couple of the Americans, they complained that Henderson wasn't training them hard enough, I believe. Wanted to mainly train wrestling. I mean, how did you get on with the Americans?
To be honest with you, I got on with pretty much all of them. I stay out of all the things. I'm not a very confrontational person. I'd sit back. I'm more mellow, chilled out. So
do you like to laugh at it rather than get involved?
I like to sit back and just get on with it. So I was pretty much not around it. You know what I mean? So I found them all to be pretty good guys. I never had a run-in with any of them.
Yeah, the youngsters were nice lads, to be honest with you. I'm majority of them. Obviously, in the upcoming show, you see a bit of Junior Browning's brother. But other than that...
That's Sunday, isn't it? Sunday, and then Wednesday on Setanta next week. Episode 3, I think. His brother Rob, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a bit of shenanigans with Rob we're going to see.
We like a bit of shenanigans.
Yeah. Well, if you like that, you like it.
What was the banter like between the coaches, Bisping and Henderson? Was that a little bit more intense?
I think it was more competitive than between the teams, definitely. Yeah. Mike and Hendo, Hendo's a little bit more laid back. Obviously, Mike's a lot more hyped up. But, when that fight comes up, it's going to be a cracker.
Yeah, UFC 100.
You want
Henderson against Bisping.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want to call
Mike.
it? I know that...
Straight away.
You can only go in one way.
Mike back there, Mike 100%.
Mike really impressed me when we had to train. Before the show, I'd met Mike a couple of times and I'd seen him fight and everything like that. But I don't really think I rated him as much as what I do now. You know what I mean? I've trained with him, I felt him, I've
You've had him on you.
Yeah. I took a beating, and Mike's going to beat Endo. Definitely.
Ross?
Awkward.
Mike, I think like I said, I was just so impressed with his abilities and what he can do, and that's like 4 or 5 months out of a fight, what he was like doing the 5 rounds with us, and yeah, man, it's his time. I'm sure it is.
Brilliant. Well, it's great to see you. Thanks a lot for sharing those experiences with us. Gareth, lovely to see you. Mark, thank you very much to you too. That's it for this week's Ultimate Talk. We'll be back next Thursday at the same time. See you then.